The Trilogy by JNC, 2017, edited 2022. Story 1. For Future. We stood at the top of a small mountain, looking down at Lowdown City in the distance. A strange black circle surrounded this serene city. We had no choice, so we volunteered to leave the riddling, wretched city in the 21st century and enter reality 1,000 years into the future. Going along a path in a dense forest, we reached a beige and dusty desert. The desert is filled with technological things. Broken robots, dismantled arms and legs, heads and blinking eyes, and things that are part flesh and blood. The black ring around the city stood high above us, packed tightly together. Our laptops, mobile phones, notebooks, and items unfamiliar to us. We later found out that this time-making mountain is known as the mold of antiquity. At some point in the 21st century, all cities were responsible for disposing of their population's waste. Technological toys proved to be the most difficult to get rid of, and so machines ordered the robotic human beings to dump the waste outside the perimeters of the city. Finding a gap in the mold, we entered the city. Low down, sick, and quiet. It is derelict in parts. Yet the population went about orderly and in uniform-like clothes. All had signs in the middle of their chests with an I and a D followed by a number. The population are now all robotic humans. It is spooky as we watch people moving from place to place unconcerned about us. IT5s were servants and slaves and children of the machines. Sometime in the 21st century, machine had taken over. Everybody depend on machines to have a good life. Very few, like ourselves, knew the dangers on depending on machines to give us a good and neat and writing, ideas for food, money to take us about, to diagnose our illnesses, and to cure our sickness, for companionship, for entertainment, for security of our homes from burglars. We even got machines to lock our doors. We had no choice but to leave from this city and seek a place deep in the depths of our imagination for our future. Yet somewhere in the 21st century, the machines stopped all entertainments and all communications by mobile phones. 5. The helpless populations, who had no solution on how to control the machines. This is what the ID5s told us in far future. An announcement was made. It came from the machine on the morning that the super servers were to be launched. Everyone stay where you are and await our next announcement. This came through the street lamps. Assisted by the She-Real data-defied Prototype 1, a quantum force, we watched a reconstruction of the entire event in 21st century. Many were moving about. People were already out and about at 7:40 a.m. They were baffled. Some stripped their mobile phone. Some stared at them. Others just stood, looking perplexed. Many crafts were in the air, and the beautiful craft of Crystal Enterprise is seen heading for east of Lowdown. The second and final announcement came. Everyone report to your machines. This was the opposite of what Stedman Trumpton had envisaged. He was the People's Council technologist, and he was a keen listener to the people who wanted machines. And he thought it was a great idea to equip them with the state-of-the-art super servers. This era is called technological takeover. The super servers he once thought were better than men had switched themselves on.
Huh?
I want you, Stedman. Come on. How possible is it, this impossibility? It's obvious, very clear, and very probable. Just look around. We are all arrested by the servers. 2 decades later, humans living on the outskirts of the city did not dare go into the city. The sky itself had changed because the sun remained setting and the moon remained rising. None now knew a blue sky or a starry night. The permanent sky of floating, colorful clouds, elusively fluttering inside themselves and out, making the most beautiful of movies. On the far left was a sky that shimmers with silver streaks, almost like lightning flashing. Robotic humans patrol the city's wall each night, looking for humans or for other robotic humans that dared to go into the technological mold for findings. If humans were caught, they were taken to the servers and used as experiments.
Data divine.
The experiments were to find where the humans' imagination came from. Humans
The human imagination
are called night
is
riders.
the only
Think of the educated mind looking for useful items